Welcome back to another episode of the House of Aquarius podcast. It is your favorite Aquarius here. Make a wish. Back to bring you another one. So since I'm in the process of probably recording the next sun sign Libra one in a couple hours, let me talk about the Libras right now. Like I said before, Libra male, Libra female. Like I said a little too early, that if you're following the podcast, I'm not a big fan of same sign, long-lasting relationships. At least so far, I've yet to be proven wrong about my theory. So, going with this one, Libra. Both masculine signs, obviously. Both air signs, obviously. Both cardinal starters, obviously. Oh my goodness. However, that doesn't happen yet. That's a little too early. Libras are charming, elegant, graceful, social butterflies. They love to be flattered on. They love compliments to themselves. Makes them feel great, makes them feel randy, you know? Libras also known for being very indecisive. They tend to be finicky, and they have a nasty knack for being faithless. Ooh, listen to the sun sign one so I get more detail about that stuff, okay? but that being said, the biggest thing we have to look at here is the male and the female dynamic, okay? So being that the male is more likely to be more extroverted in this regards, because Libra is a sign of partnerships and marriage. So them two being together sounds like it should be great. But this is what I've been noticing. The male tends to be more in the ballpark of loving the splendor and attention of other people more earlier in life, sometimes later, and if they find it hard for them to settle down in the situation, because obviously they're going to be joining together. They'll be going to a lot of parties, a lot of social events. They both love to spend. Oh yeah, that's another thing about spending. I get there yet. I'm there now. Fuck it. So yeah, they both like to spend. So unless one of them has a proper placement in one of the earth signs to help, or is giving some better insight onto financial stability and financial literacy and keeping money inside the pocket, they're going to have a hard time keeping money inside the pocket. So they're going to have a lot. They're going to have a lot of expenses. Overspending could possibly be a situation too. That could be an issue that could happen, or because they both like more glamorous things to some degree. So one of them, if not both, might be spending more than the other one wants to spend, and that could be an issue right there. Long-term success in this situation, they could be homeless, have high debts, high credit card bills, not quite making the payments, spending more than what they have available to them, that kind of stuff. That could be an easily foreseeable situation in this relationship. One of the great things about this relationship, though, is that they both enjoy not arguing. That is a big one. Like, that's a real big one. They're like Libra is the diplomat of the zodiac. They like to keep things nice and peaceful and jovial to some degree. They don't like arguments and confrontation. So that's one thing, that is an issue that could actually happen. Excuse me. One of them could start developing a lot of negative feelings towards the other. Because Libra tends to not speak their mind unless they feel that they are fairly unjustly treated, or they reach a breaking point. They put up with a lot of shit before they tend to break and bust, you know? That could be an issue. So there'll always be that could be some extra tension just sitting sideways until time to pop. Considering the fact that both of them somewhat, we call that word? Indecisive. There may be a lot of time to try and go somewhere, but they don't know where to go. And when they get there, they know what they want to do. Or sit in the restaurant, they know what they're going to eat. I say it jokingly and stuff like that, but I've yet to find a non-indecisive Libra. Oh man. What else do you have here? This direct contrast, I mean, like, favorably, especially in the short term, this actually can be very well. They like to, like I said, they like to party all the time. Party all the time. Social butterflies. They like being out together. They like being out. They like to be out and doing things, experiencing things. They like to be in the social parties, social networking, that kind of stuff. They like to enjoy that stuff together. But like I said, depending on what age they're at, determines what the priorities really are. And like I was saying before about the male and the female is more likely to want to settle down sooner than the guy might be willing to do. So that could be an issue. But like I said, partnership and marriage. Partnership and marriage. That's what the zodiac sign is, Libra. So with those two coming together, if one's thinking about partnership and friendship and doing things, have fun, and the other one's thinking about marriage and that kind of shit, that could be a big, well, not necessarily marriage, but long-term relationship, trying to settle down and grow roots together, that kind of shit. That could be a big issue, a big dividing point in the two. However, what's the word there? Which is sad to say, because Libra also has a nasty knack of being one of the less likely to be faithful in a relationship, which I find that really odd, considering the fact that they are, well, I mean, if you think about it, for Libra, their indecisiveness, their indecisiveness leads them a lot of times to fall into love faster than what they should. And in this situation, feelings may grow faster because of the simple fact that they're so delighted in each other's charm and what's the word I'm looking for? Charm and I don't know. It was along the lines of flamboyant, elegant type shit, but it wasn't either one of those words. But something, let's go with ambiance. The ambiance for a little person. It doesn't quite sound right, but just take that one, okay? So, they may fall in love faster. Love is better to use infatuation. The infatuation might grow faster than what they should. And they might put them in a relationship where they're not actually really happy with, per se, and they won't leave. There's actually one thing that happens, or could happen in this situation, is that Libras tend to have themselves longer in a relationship that is bad for them and or toxic than what they should be, because of the fact that they're not willing to put the foot down and let that person go. So in this situation, there's possibly, unless something like major happens in the relationship, you know, like adultery, or someone to work out it, or they don't want to really settle down. That it's a situation there that could be lost train of thought. That could be a reason why they stick together longer than they should have, when the feelings weren't really there. There's actually another thing too, that Libras have the knack of being more infatuated with the idea of romance than actually romance itself, or actual love itself. Yeah, the idea of love other than actually being in love itself. Because, like I said, Libras work better in unison in a relationship. So, like I said, they can stay around longer than what they should in these potentially negative relationship, longer than what they should, with someone that they don't really feel strongly loving about. That's the issue there too. So, what else is actually a key point here that needs to be said? I had a few good things. Most of the good things. Has good and bad things. You know what? There is, like I said, there's not really too much more to add on to this one. If I had to think about it, like I said before, I do like air to air is typically great. If there's air, a whole bunch of carrying, you know? That's another thing I didn't mention. They have, like I said, all air signs to have a nasty knack of being emotionally detached to some degree. And here, like I said, it might end up being more friendship or not properly expressing how they feel to each other. That could be a problem too. So one person can always be led the wrong way, and that's an issue. They can communicate, obviously, but those, like I said, everything I'm thinking about all comes down to what other placements are inside of the chart to help bring them along, keep them together longer, or end them faster. It all depends coming to that, you know. So short term, fan-fucking-tastic. Like, I won't say you will find this is like one of the best ones, but it definitely is high up on the tier list of hope and fantastic. So I'm talking like short term, first month to possibly 9-10 months. After that's going to become more long term. And the long term, I want to say, depending on the placement of the chart. Not depending on the placement of the chart. I want to say this strictly sun signs. That's a coin flip. There's definitely a 50-50. There's definitely a 50-50. So, yeah. 50-50? Yeah, no. Let's lower that. 40-60. There we go. That sounds reasonable. 40-60. It's not really favorable. They have a lot of great traits and qualities to help each other out, but I don't believe that that one actually really a good long-term one. But, you know, prove me wrong. If you can, show me down in the comments below if you guys know someone, because that would be fantastic. Because as I'm thinking about this, all the Libra relationships that I know of, they last, and there was a lot of conflict inside. So, like I said, hey, if you guys have any more comments, questions, let me know in the comments below. I much appreciate that. If this helped you out or this relates to you, let me know. If I'm actually ballpark, because I'm pretty sure I'm close, but I could always be wrong. Make-A-Wish is in the building, but he's not always right about everything. So feel free to inform me what's going on, you know. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate that. And my friends, you know, stay classy. Until next time we meet, be you. Make-A-Wish out.